Well, hello, guys. Welcome to episode 65. This is an outdoor podcast because it's my podcast, my rules. I do what I want. Yeah, we're outside my house right now. I'm going to film a quickie. Just kind of current, put you guys up to date with certain things. And also talk about certain topics that I wanted to talk about anyways. But yeah, if you guys hear background noise, I apologize. I live near a highway. I teased this a little bit on my story on Instagram, but I'm actually refilming this because I wanted to, readjust some stuff. But anyways, let me tell you guys about this crazy week. But before I do that, first off, thank you so much, everyone who has been giving me support, or if you're watching this, because not everyone watches my solo podcast. Only the OGs watch this podcast. Thank you again to everyone who watched the Chewing on the Roads, the first edition. I still have to make some adjustments on that podcast. It's a most recent one where I went to UNCG, did a podcast in public. It was such a blast. If you guys haven't seen that, please watch it. It's so funny. So I couldn't imagine the material that I got from just these random people walking by on campus. It was so great. I was also shocked at the amount of the percentage of kids that wanted to sit down on the podcast. It was like 60% of people just were down, willing to do it. Thank you to those guys. You guys haven't checked it out yet, I highly recommend it. It was my last podcast. But anyways, yeah, let me tell you guys about this crazy ass week. So I had a lot of things going on. In my life, period. I won't speak to too much of it on that end. But then while I was going through everything, Sora, my cat, who is usually the vibrant, energetic one, he was super off on, I believe, Wednesday. He was like stupid off, right? I noticed he wasn't eating. He was getting holding his belly alone and stuff, and just not around us. And so I came up to him and, I could tell he's just off. He's not even talking to me. He's just really depressed. He wasn't peeing. And then I noticed slime around my house and I was like, what is this? Then I watched him go to the litter box once and he was pooping out mucus. Yeah, it literally had no fragrance, no anything, just literal mucus. Did a bunch of research, couldn't tell what it was. It said it's most likely something with his colon. And so I was freaking out for a bit, but it was pretty late and we had plans to go out that night. And so I'm like, okay, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, all right, what is the game plan? So I decided I'm going to wait into the night, see if it passes. And if it doesn't, the next day, I'll take him out. I got fucked up. But even though hungover Loon still cares about his cat, I took my cat hungover as dick, on 3 hours of sleep, stayed in an ICU room for hours. And or not ICU, an emergency room for hours, the local one here, and he got x-rays done, all this stuff, literally 4 or 5 hours, guys. Got x-rays done, pretty much found out that his colon has something clogging. It could be a foreign object, it could be just a condition that he has, but his colon is completely clogged colon. But yeah, so it's super blocked up, and so I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my god, I'm freaking out. And they were like, look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give him an enema, and then we're gonna see if it comes out, and some medication. I was like, all right, bet. Those doctors, no disrespect to them, but they made it seem like everything was gonna be all right. They're after that I picked him up, they said that the enema should have worked. At tonight, he should be shitting his brains out. So I'm like, okay. So I went home, feeling calm now. As a father, you're worried about your baby when he has an emergency like this. And then the next day goes by, has not pooped. Acting the same, if not worse. He was literally so depressed, sitting over a water bowl, just drinking water. Luckily, he was drinking water at least. But, so I texted my normal vet, even though they weren't open. And luckily they responded. Thank you so much. I believe her name is Sarah Sarah or something. Thank you so much, Sarah. But yeah, anyway, so she was, she texted me. She was like, can you send me the x-ray pictures? I sent it to her. She was like, yo, that's an emergency. He might not make it past this weekend if he's not able to shit that out. So I'm like, fuck. What do you think? And she's like, I mean, worst case, surgery. Best case, they give him something to poop that out. So I'm like, fuck, what do you think I should do? I mean, if you want to play, and then she goes, if you want to play it safe, go to a emergency place that has a surgeon. And it was 8 p.m. already. So I was like, who's going to have a surgeon? She's like, you'd be shocked. And she sent me a list, and I'm calling all these places, and I found one. Guess where? Cary, North Carolina. It is now 10 p.m. I drive little old Sora, like, he's literally dying. Like, when you have a little baby look at you in your eyes and it's like give you the look of like, dude, I'm dying right now. I couldn't not take him. Like, it was expensive, but you know what? That's my child. So I drive him out to Cary. It's 11:15. I sit there for like, God, it was like 3 hours. But essentially, we got X-rays done. She told me, hey, what's best is I recommend leaving him through the night. We won't even need to have surgery, most likely, but we do. He's severely dehydrated. He's a little anorexic right now. We need to make sure he eats and is like hooked up on IVs. So that he could, or fluids, so that he can shit his brains out. And I was like, okay, bet. Next day, I pick him up. He pooped a little bit. They did sign, and he was eating again. And I was like, oh, thank God. So they prescribed him to a diet. They have some medication for his pain, things like that. He's almost back to normal. He's now in the crib. And yeah, it was just a really scary moment. Oh yeah, and then the next day, the very moment I bring him back, and he's starting to act normal again, Cloud has diarrhea on my fucking bed. Tell me about that shit. So anyways, I put them all in the guest room with like a blanket over the bed that I expected them to poop on. Luckily, they didn't poop on it. But then the next day, me and Zoran saw the poop that Sora pooped. The poop that would always poop, bro. That's a great pop-up book. A pop-up poop book. But yeah, it looked like it had fucking white cardboard in it. So I'm thinking like he might have ate something, like a foreign object that just clogged it. It was literally white, like paper or cardboard, like kind of hardish. Yeah, well, to this day we'll never know because I didn't want to touch that shit with my bare hands. But yeah, so that was my week. Been a stressful week. That took up 3 or 4 days of my time. 2 or 3 days, I'd say. So now I'm back and recovering, and yeah, man, it's just it was a tough week for me, man. I was busy as hell doing a lot of shit, making sure my cat was good, business was right. Yeah, but life, you know. Some other things I want to talk to you guys about is this next episode of the Chewing on the Roads. I'm super freaking stoked, dude, guys. Chewing on the Roads is this series, if you guys didn't know, where I'm taking this podcast in public, and we're starting with campuses first, but I do plan on going to various locations as well. So we're going, hopefully, guys, we're not sure, but hopefully we're going to be filming at A&T this week. So that will be a blast. And I'm going to be taking Chris Thornton with me. If you guys didn't know, he is 26 Chris, big influencer in the area. He was on my podcast as well. And me and Chris will be going out there just, doing some goofs, man. I want to do the smash or pass where I have the pictures of the people because I want to see how many black girls actually like Jack Harlow and would smash him. So that's like my goal. But yeah, the series is probably one of my favorite things I've ever done social media wise, easily. It's just so fun. It really tests my ability and sense of like the quickness into conversation. Like, how good can I make a conversation out of nothing? Like, I had a few topics like on my phone, but a lot of it, especially with the people who are more shy, I had to just boom, 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 like come out with something. And a lot of times, even in that series, if you guys watch it, there are moments where I'm starting to run out of things to say, and I was just like, well, it was a great night. It was great meeting you. But yeah, man, it was fun. I'm excited to do this. I think this is gonna be a regular series. I'm gonna be doing it as much as I can. I really want to take this to like New York, Miami, on the Strip. That'd be a blast. I already have talks to my friend who lives in Atlanta. We want to do it at Georgia Tech there. Man, it's gonna be so fun. So fun. Oh, another thing going on. I got new tattoos, guys. I just literally got this like an hour ago. Shout out to Kevin _Inc. He is an amazing artist. He is my only artist because that I trust. I have another one on my knee that was someone else. But Kevin does all of my arm. I got Spirited Away Shihiro tattooed on my arm, and it reminds me of my niece, and it's so cute. And this one was actually kind of like not a spur of the moment, but I didn't really think about it as much as everyone. All the other tattoos I have. All the other ones I've thought about it for months or years. But this one was like, I want a Spirited Away tattoo. Kind of always did. I have a spot that I want to film. He had an hour free. I was like, yo, let's do this, man. And then we found this, and I was like, yo, I really loved it. And it turned out exactly how I wanted it to. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I also got this. If you guys don't know what this is my favorite scene from Naruto Shippuden, or Naruto in general, but this is from Shippuden. This is the episode where Sasuke finally battles Itachi. Spoiler alert, he dies. But Sasuke learns about the truth behind everything and the love that he has for his little brother. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I'm going to be Sasuke for Halloween too. So Halloween's coming up, bro. That's going to be exciting. If you guys are going out, please be safe. We are going to be having a party. I'm excited about that. But yeah, so life. We move, man. We move. Thank you if you guys are listening to this. This is gonna be like the quickest podcast ever. So if you're listening to this, you're a real one. And apologies if I didn't talk about something that you wanted me to talk about. But here is something going on. We're gonna talk about current events, and then we'll close up this podcast. And I have no laptop, so this is straight off the dome. Just things that I'm thinking about right now. First off, we got TwitchCon. You guys didn't know Twitch, the streaming service, or is it streaming service? The social media platform, the streaming conglomerate, they had an event called TwitchCon, kind of like VidCon, all of them, right? I almost said NerdCon. But anyways, or Comic-Con. So they had this event, and bro, there was a third-party booth, so some other business that was there that had a foam pit where there was a plank, and you do that little jousting battle thing with the little like stick with the two pillows and knock the other person off into the foam. These two beautiful women, they're standing on there, they're battling, and they fall. They both get hurt. One of them is actually very injured and has to get surgery on her tailbone because the goddamn foam pit wasn't even layered that well. Like, it wasn't that much foam. I've jumped in foam pits before. If I was a foam pit guy, I would have tested that foam pit. Come on, Twitch. I'm expecting a lawsuit. I mean, Twitch is so big. I would sue them. I would sue the company that was hosting the foam pit. Come on, bro. That's such negligence. I'm sure they're gonna fight it in any way they can. But dude, like, what? How do you not test your own foam pit? I feel like I'm a foam pit connoisseur. Like, you can see foam and be like, that's not enough for the pit. Foam pit. Cynthia died for her Cynthias. Anyways, what else is going on? Oh yeah, in the chess, a little update on chess. You guys probably don't give a fuck about chess, but I do, and I'm in the kind of keep up with the world of chess. So previous podcast, I told you guys about the whole issue with Magnus Carlsen, the world chess champion, is alleging that he was against someone that was cheating, Hans Niemann. Young kid, he shouldn't have won that game. Like, Hans Niemann should not have won it. Anyways, there's some news that released from chess.com releasing that Hans has actually, they have nearly confirmed, not fully, but they've nearly confirmed speculation that he had been cheating recently on their website, and that's the reason why he was banned from chess.com. And but then you have to take that with a grain of salt. They are partnered with Magnus, so it's like a whole big thing. I don't know if he actually cheated. If he did, it's probably with a butt plug, using Morse code, like A or B, C or something. I don't know. Next thing, let's see. What else is going on in the world? Oh, dude, the whole Stephen A. Smith against what the fuck is her name? I hate her so much. Let me see. It's Stephen A. Smith versus Malika Andrews. If you guys didn't know about this fucking shit, bro, fuck Malika Andrews. Because, so if you guys didn't know, in the world of sports, in NBA specifically, basketball, there's a Boston Celtics coach that had a consensual relationship with I believe an executive assistant or something like that, or a Boston assistant, I don't know, something like that. And I'm pretty sure he's married, so he cheated on her, but it was consensual. And so they like terminated him, or at least for the year, suspended him for the year. And what Stephen A was saying was, why aren't you doing this with her? No, he agrees. No. Well, I said that wrong. He agreed that he deserves punishment. But he also said the other girl is willing and is an exec or like a part of the organization of the Boston Celtics, she has to be held somewhat accountable as well of being, because like it's not a two-way relationship. And what Malika Andrews is pretty much saying is that women can't be victims. Like, she's pretty much saying, you, Steven, don't blame this on the girls. And I'm like, bro, it's a touchy subject, because when you talk about women in this current day and age, it's so fucking political, right? Like, dude, why can't a guy love women, but also, like, I don't know, like, we literally can't say anything, because, like, trust me, in my opinion, that whole situation, I think Stephen A is right. That guy is definitely a fuck for cheating and also having a relationship with his colleague that is, that's the whole thing. And he deserves to be suspended, or he deserves to be terminated. But she should also be too. Equality. But yeah, I don't know. That whole thing is weird. I don't know too much. I'm a fucking idiot. Don't listen to me. Kylian Mbappe, in the world of soccer, is a big ass pussy. He, at the beginning of this season, his contract ended right before the season, was supposed to go to Real Madrid. Everyone speculated that's where he's supposed to go. That's his destiny. He turned it down because PSG or Paris Saint-Germain offered him literally like a yacht load of cash. Like, just, here you go. And he's pretty much practically owns the club at this point. And he just released a statement today, with the day that this podcast is released, that he doesn't want to stay in January. And I think he's such a pussy for that. Because I think what happened is his ego is getting shot because he's at PSG. Yeah, he's making mad money. But Messi and Neymar are the stars right now. They're fucking lighting that shit up. And he can't bear to see someone else younger than him succeed more than him with Erling Haaland in the EPL. That motherfucker killing that shit, boy. If you guys didn't know, Erling Haaland is in Manchester City. And he's been fucking killing it. Okay, what else is going on in the world right now? Coronavirus. No, I'm just playing. I haven't heard much of coronavirus as of late. Oh, I probably shouldn't even say that. I'd probably get demonetized. Yeah. Well, I'm not even monetized. Who gives a fuck, right? I will be soon, though. So this episode will be demonetized at some point. But yeah. Anything else going on? Sorry that this podcast is just so short and random. I'm literally had nothing planned. Just wanted to get one out because I had such a crazy week and such a crazy day. Updates on future podcasts. So I am going to do that Chewing on the Road. I don't know if it's going to be released next Tuesday or the one after, but it will be one of those two. I am also going to be doing a podcast with an artist, musician, might I say, with Crispy Clay. If you guys didn't know, Crispy Clay is a Pittsburgh artist. I'd put him in the category of like SoundCloud rap. Kind of. I like his music a lot. I found him on someone's story that I follow, and I just hit him up, and I was like, hey, come on my podcast. He was like, hey, I'll come on your podcast. So we're gonna be doing a Zoom podcast. I think we're shooting this weekend, so it might be released. That one might be released Tuesday or next. It just doesn't. I don't know. I'm still thinking about what colleges I want to go to. I definitely want to go to Georgia Tech. I have a friend in Atlanta. I think that'd be fucking so funny. I want to go to Chapel Hill because there's so many white motherfuckers. It'd be so funny to talk to these white little fucks. I want to talk to, man, there's so many colleges. And so many places in general. I want to go to like New York. I want to go to the Strip of Miami. Go to LA. Doing it in Bel Air. Oh man, no, not even Bel Air. Do it in Beverly Hills. Sorry, Beverly Hills would be so funny with all those little white fucks. I feel like Pootie, if you guys know who he is. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for you guys listening. I just knocked in a quick little 20-minute podcast. Update you guys on life. Update you guys on current events. If there is anything at all that you guys need, please DM. My Instagram is at LOONKDO, and we can chat about it. I get back to most people, I would say, unless you're gonna DM me some stupid shit. I probably won't get back to you. But again, guys, if you guys listen to this podcast, I really love you, because not only is it a quickie, but like I have no guests. It's just me just talking about life. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a great week. Be safe. Love you guys. See you guys next week.